What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome to the channel. Today is kind of a special day, definitely a great night based on this video install, but here I'll be changing the dash appearance on my Mustang. I found this Mach 1 cluster on eBay from a reputable seller. This guy was selling the cluster for a reasonable price. It had low mileage on it, barely or if not any scratches on the face of the speedometer. As soon as I saw this, I told myself I have to have it. I always thought the Mach 1 cluster was super cool. The Cobra is super cool as well, but there was something about the Mach 1 that I just loved and I wanted it. And I wasn't sure if it would work in my car. So I went on the internet like any other person would, and I did all the necessary research and found out that it indeed is possible to make this work with my vehicle. And not only work, but be functional and accurate to my speed when driving my car. So I will be installing a Mach 1 cluster into my Mustang GT. I am in love with this gauge. I personally think it looks amazing. Big letters and the sharpness of the cluster just screams race car to me. It will also illuminate white and red instead of the old school nostalgic green that the GT gives off, which I also like that as well. But it's been years since I've been staring at that same cluster, and it's time for a little bit of an upgrade or an appearance change, whatever you want to call it. Either way, let's go ahead and throw this in the car.
Here we have the GT cluster from a 03 GT Mustang, and this is the Mach 1 cluster. We're going to be taking these both apart, and this is my first time doing this, but it doesn't seem that difficult. So basically we'll want to take all our information and put it on the new one. We're going to be using a T15. T15, as you can see, fits in perfectly. Just get some kind of ratchet adapter on. There's one. Just make sure you put all your stuff where you can find it. So let's continue. This bit will lift off. You will have to disconnect this part, just be careful. Other than that, you don't really want to touch the board as much as you can. Touch it on the sides when you're picking it up. Just be gentle with it, really. I think we might use a pair of pliers. And you can see on the board which way they kind of turn. And they come up just like that. So there's one bulb. This is completely ready to be swapped. So now we will do our Mach 1. Alright, so we don't want to confuse these now. So this is the GT, this is the Mach 1. Mach 1 cluster, GT cluster. So GT board. Now we take this, feed it through there, and you just want to make sure that it sits flush. As you can see, it's not at the moment. Alright. So these are our Mach 1 bulbs. Just take your bulbs downward. See how they fit just like this? And then just twist them. We'll use our pliers again. So now we'll take this out to the car and put our battery back together. Hopefully it lights up. So let's go do that. Negative terminal's back on.